What's up, moms? Hello. How y'all doing today? It's your girl Sharita, the Behavior and Literacy Strategist, coming at you from the Morgan Unlimited Growth Institute, where you can find solutions for your child's behavior and literacy challenges. I got a good one for y'all today. This one is, your child needs 2 teachers. Now, it's not what you think it means. I'm not talking about what you think I mean. I don't mean that your child in school needs 2 teachers. As I always talk about, we want our children to function independently and not need extra teachers to work with them. We want them to grow so well, improving their behavior, improving their literacy, improving their math, right? And improving their focus, that they don't need a lot of help in school. Okay? You want them to function independently and want them to keep growing at their challenge level. I'm not talking about 2 teachers in school. I mean 2 teachers. They need a teacher at school and they need a teacher at home. Who's their teacher at home? We are. Who are our children's teachers at home? We are our children's teachers at home. Okay? Why do they need 2 teachers? Well, for one, the biggest reason I got on here today to talk to y'all is because again, I'm working with my students. I'm talking to my students and everything. And I shared with my oldest group, my group that's in high school or going into high school, a motivational speech from Steve Harvey, okay? And he was talking about how, and I'll post the link here, show it to your teenagers. He said, the title of it was, "There's no elevator to the top." And he said when he was doing his speech, there's no elevator to the top. You have to take the stairs. Okay? He said, and you can watch the rest of it, because he was talking about how things come so easily to kids now. Instantly, things come they get that instant gratification. We know that. So if they want to look something up, they just Google it, instead of having to crack open a book or go to the library like we used to, right? So he gets into that, right? But he was saying the biggest takeaway from that is, if we combine your technology that you have now with your parents' and grandparents' work ethic, you'll be rich. That's what he said. That's what our kids are lacking. A lot of our kids are lacking work ethic. The work ethic that we have, that we always talk about here at the Morgan Unlimited Growth Institute, work ethic that our grandparents had, because things come so easily to them. They don't have to work as hard. They don't have to do things that we had to when we were younger, because we want to provide a better life for our kids. We make it easier. I want to make it easier for them. No, we need to, this is what I've been talking about this whole time. We need to make them work, okay? Because that's how they develop. Well, we talk about this work ethic, okay? So your child needs 2 teachers, because if they're in school and they don't have to write, and if they spell a word wrong, or if they have to type something in and the word gets spelled for them if they spell it wrong, then you need to be making sure that your child is writing and spelling at home and fixing their spelling mistakes, not by computer, by hand. If your child is in school and the teacher is sitting in front of the classroom and reading the novel to them, okay, that they're reading or studying. Hi, Keisha, welcome. We're talking about our children needing 2 teachers, one at school and one at home. We are our children's teachers at home. We're talking about the different standards and the things that come kind of easy to them at school, and how we have to zero in the focus at home and make sure that they really get what they need at home. So I remember my daughter telling me this, and then during the pandemic, when they were doing virtual learning, I witnessed it. The teacher was having the kids read, but she was like, you can volunteer to read. Everyone didn't have to read aloud. The same couple of kids would read, right? Or what she would tell me before virtual learning, a teacher would sit in front and the teacher would read and then just ask questions. So the kids are sitting there. It's very passive learning. That's not active learning. That's passive learning. And how do we expect our kids to get good at reading if they're not reading all the time? I told my student today, who's working to improve his spelling, I told him the 2 advantages you have right now, 2 things you're going to use to improve your spelling. One, the challenge words that come out of Miss Sharita's head that I be throwing at you that you never heard before, because that challenges your brain. And the other one is when you edit your writing and you find and fix your own spelling mistakes. So you need more exposure and you need more practice. Our kids need more exposure and they need more practice. If in school, they're not having to fix their mistakes all the time, they're not having to read aloud, they're not having to explain their answer all the time that they got, or fix their mistakes, or make sure their spelling is correct, or make sure it's a capital at the beginning and a period at the end, because the computer is automatically going to capitalize the letter for them or show them what their mistake is. Then at home, their teachers at home, need to make sure they do it by hand. Need to make sure they find their mistakes by hand. They have to edit it themselves. They have to fix it themselves, okay? We have to be like a hawk. We have to catch everything. We have to train our kids to catch and edit their own mistakes, okay? Same thing with math. If in school they use a calculator and they feel like that's fine, they don't need to learn math too much because they can just use a calculator, right? And our kids don't know their times tables, or they're using their fingers to count, or if you ask them quickly, what's 5 plus 7, what's 3 plus 5, what's 6 plus 4, right? What's 12 minus 6, what's 11 minus 2, what's 13 minus 5. If they sit in here and they have to really think and count, and they don't really know this stuff, right? Or it takes them a long time and they yell out the wrong answer. It doesn't matter that they have a calculator at school. They don't know this. They can't function independently, okay? So what would you rather? Would you rather your child be at school and be able to move faster and work faster and be able to have more success and growing every day because they know how to do these things themselves? Or would you like your child to go to school and just get by because they have these accommodations, because they get this help, because they don't have to spell it get spelled for them, because the teacher accepted if it's not spelled right? See, in my program, my student is working on, I have up on the screen right now, the writing he just submitted to me. We're going word for word. We're making sure every letter has a capital letter and a period at the end. We're making sure the punctuation is on point. We're making sure every word is spelled correctly. We're making sure every sentence makes sense. You're not handing this in or finishing it until everything is accounted for, okay? So I know some of you moms feel like, well, that's a lot, and, they trying, right? Or people might tell you, you're too hard, or let them be a kid, let them play. They want to play video games. They want to just chill. They just want to watch TV. But is that growing them? Is that growing them to the next level? So discipline is love. All right? We have to understand that too. So if you structure your child's day so that they have time to chill and everything, but they have to understand first, I have work to do. Okay? And during that time, they're working to grow themselves and improve themselves. That's a good thing. And if the kids fighting back and they feel like they work all day, they don't need to do this or that, and they complaining, don't start doubting yourself. If people start telling you that's too much and you being too strict on them, or they don't have to do every word right, tell them Miss Sharita said, yes, they do. Don't doubt yourself. The reason I say don't doubt yourself is because think about not the pushback, or don't think about what everybody else is doing. Think about how your child is going to feel once they get past the fight and their spelling is improving and their writing is improving and they're getting things correct, and they know their multiplication tables. Okay? This fight or the resistance or the complaining and all that stuff is only temporary, and they don't know what's best for them. That's our job. That's what we do. Okay? All right, Miss Keisha? We're not going to second guess ourselves. So what I'm saying is, your child needs two teachers, because they need a general teacher in school. When I say general, I mean a teacher, they love their students, they work with their students, but they have to teach the whole class, okay? So they can customize your child's learning, but there's but so much that they can customize when they have the whole class. And a lot of things can slip under the cracks. Your child can get away with a lot of stuff, okay? At home, You're the different kind of teacher. You're a teacher with the higher standards, to keep raising it with the higher standards and catching everything, and have them being able to go within to grow themselves and find their mistakes, fine tune it, constantly be improving, constantly be doing better. But it's just them. It's not a class of 20 kids. It's just them. So you be your child's teacher at home. You have your own standards at home. Don't worry about how easy it is. Because like I was saying in the beginning, and I'm going to post a link right after this, I showed Mr. Steve Harvey, because that's how we say it in my class. Mr., okay? We don't just say Steve Harvey. I showed Mr. Steve Harvey's the post on Facebook where he was talking about this work ethic. And I'm going to repeat it again, what he said. He talked about how it's easy for the kids nowadays. You can instantly get what you want without really having to work for it. He said, Google success. You can't Google success. You have to work. He says there's no elevator to the top. You have to take the stairs. And my most favorite part is when he said, young people, this is what he was talking. He was talking to young people. So if you have a teenager or a preteen, show them, click on this link and show them, have them watch it. I have my daughter watch it. I have my students watch it today. He said, if you can combine the technology y'all have, he said, y'all brilliant with the technology. If you can combine the technology y'all have with your parents and your grandparents' work ethic, y'all be rich. That's all they need to do. Our kids are missing the work ethic. And how are they going to get that? There are two ways. One, they got to contribute to the household and classroom. That's one of the success rules of the Morgan Unlimited Growth Institute. My students recite them every day. They have to contribute to their household and classroom. That means doing chores at home, picking up, helping out, right? And the classroom, contributing to the classroom. You see something on the floor, pick it up, throw it in the trash, right? Helping the teacher out, doing your best in the classroom, right? So contribute to your household and classroom with chores. The other way is they're learning their education. They have to work. If your child is sitting back just letting things be fed to them, and they doing a bare minimum and then looking for help, turn your child into a worker. Okay? These are the two things that will help them be successful when they get older, and they have to have that. This will develop their work ethic. Okay? So two teachers at school, let the school do it their way, and moms at home, we're going to raise the standards, we're going to raise the expectations, we're going to strengthen our children's literacy foundation. Whatever they're missing that they should know, they will know. And the same thing with their math foundation. We're going to have them work. We're going to have them write out the question. If the question is read to them in class, or they just have to read it on a computer, they write in it at home. Because as I tell my students, good readers are good writers, and good writers are good readers. And if they want to improve their answers, they want to get the answers right, they want to improve their reading comprehension, they have to pay attention to the question. Make them write it. Make them work. So raise those standards at home and understand your value as their second. Really, we are our children's first teacher. I'm going to post that link too. You want to pick up my t-shirt. My t-shirt, it says on the front, I am my child's first and last teacher. So you're your child's first teacher. Okay? The teacher, whoever the teacher is this year, they probably going to have a different one next year, next year. Some of my kids have the same teacher a couple years, right? But they come and go, honey. We here from beginning to end. Right, Miss Shauna? Right, Miss Todd? Thank you for joining. We're here from beginning to end. Okay? So we have our standards at home and how we teach our children. We let them go to school and get the benefit from school. But when they step in our door, we keep our standards. All right? 2 teachers. But you are the first and the last teacher. All right? Thank y'all so much. I got to get out of here because I let my student have a break. And the break is up in a minute. He got to come back. So I just want to talk to y'all real quick. He's doing great. We were editing his work. He has a literacy with me first. Now he has math. Master his multiplication. Mastering 2-digit multiplication. Okay? Which he was struggling with before. And he's doing so much better. But Miss Sharita got to be on point. So when he click on, I have to to be ready, okay? Because I don't tolerate them coming in and not being ready, all right? So here he go. I got to go, all right? All right, love y'all. Believe in yourself, believe in your child, and always remember that growth is unlimited. Peace.